Sarah Sargent. I'm back today with another video, another tutorial. If you guys haven't been here before, I am a cruelty-free channel. Today we are checking out Karity's Come As You Are palette. Coming from a 90s girl, I thought it would be really fun to dive into this 90s palette and see how accurate it really is. I also picked up a bunch of lipsticks, so if you guys want to see me swatch all of the lipsticks that I grabbed, and if you also want to find out how I created this grungy look, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get started with this super cute palette. It's called Come As You Are, and obviously this is referencing a Nirvana lyric. And if you guys haven't watched any of my old videos or you're new to this channel, I'll let you know that my hometown is Seattle. I was born and raised there and moved away when I was 22. This palette really spoke to me. I'll show you guys the inside. I think it's really very cute. So when you open the palette, it comes with this little piece of paper in here that says, "This palette helped feed an animal in need." It says, "As a 100% cruelty-free brand, we have a big soft spot in our hearts for animals. For every palette we sell, we donate to our local SPCA through our Palettes for Paws initiative." That is so cute. It just makes me feel good to purchase from a brand that does that. That's so cool. So here is what the inside of the palette looks like. This really is a very interesting palette. There's so many unusual colors. There's not really any theme that I see in here. Any of these could be like grungy looks. They're all kind of like grungy colors, which is cool. But I like that there's a huge variety in here. You could do so many different looks with this, so I really like what I see. I also swatched these on my Instagram stories a few days ago, and these swatched really well, so I'm really excited to see how these perform on the eyes. And I'm just gonna read you the color names, well, just a couple of the color names because they're so cute. There's one that's called Seattle, one that's called Drew. I'm assuming that that's for Dr. Drew, if you guys remember Loveline back in the day. There's one named Gwen. Oh my gosh, I love Gwen so much. I was a huge No Doubt fan back in the day, still am. I adore her. There's one that's called Liv. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. L-I-V, Liv for Liv Tyler. She was like total 90s babe. So those are just a couple of the names that really stand out to me, but they all have really 90s names. I also picked up a bunch of the liquid lipsticks. This is an extremely affordable brand, by the way. This is my first time trying Karity products, so we'll see how it goes. But the lipsticks, I want to say, were all like $6 or $7, and the palette I think was like $26 or $28. So super affordable, and the lipstick came in this little box, which is really cute, matches the palette. There's a little alien right there that was super big in the 90s, a little lightning bolt, a little broken heart, and just the color of it, the neon and everything. It's just really cute. I'm inspired today to do just a super messy, grungy look, just inspired by this palette. So I want to try to do something that I might have done back in the 90s. So let's go ahead and try this out. I think I want everything just really smudgy and messy today. So I'm going to start off with this mustard yellow color right here called Riot. And I'm just gonna start sweeping this in my crease and just getting some color stamped down. Again, I don't mind being a little bit messy about this. So that's not coming off super pigmented. It's a little bit sheer. That's all right. I really just wanted like a light wash of color. But I think you would definitely have to build this up if you were wanting like a pop of that like yellow mustard color. All right, next up I'm gonna go in with this rusty color right here called Cool Beans. And I'm just gonna use a big flat brush. I'm just gonna press that down onto my lids and then blend it up into my crease. I have a different primer on today. I usually use Urban Decay primer potion, and today I have on Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which I actually am not that crazy about. I'm just trying to use it up. So This color is a little bit sheer as well, but it could just be because of that primer potion that I have down, so I'm not gonna judge it too much. So I got that packed down. Now I'm just gonna go back in with that other brush that still had some yellow on it and just kind of blend that out. And then I'm just gonna layer some more on. I think this is gonna be a pretty easy look today. I'm not gonna do anything super crazy. I want it to be like really effortless and messy looking, like makeup would have been back in the 90s. Nobody was doing like cut creases or like crazy big cat eyes or anything like that. Makeup was just kind of like smudgy and diffused, and yeah, so I'm kind of going for that vibe today. So next up, I'm going to go in with this raspberry color right here called Gwen, and I'm just going to pat that down on my eyelids just a little bit closer into my lash line from where I put that orangey rust color. And again, a lot of this is just like patting and smudging motions. Now I'm going in with a clean fluffy brush and just blending out that red that I put down. So I'm noticing that the pigmentation is pretty sheer on all of these eyeshadows that I've just tried. They did swatch really nicely though. But you know, sometimes swatches on your hand are a little bit different than once you have them on your eye. But I would really like to give this another shot and try it with my usual primer that I use, because I think that that could have something to do with it. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay eye pencil in the color Torch. It's just this beautiful rusty color, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line and smudge it down into my lashes. So I have that Torch color down. I'm going to go back into Cool Beans, that rust color, and just smudge that underneath the liner that I just put down just to set it, and continue to like blow the look out too. I really want this to be super smudgy. And next I'm going to go in with that Riot color that was that mustard yellow and my big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to run some of that underneath my eyes. I guess the goal is to look like you almost like slept in this makeup. Like I put it on yesterday and then went out drinking all night and then went home, went to bed, woke up, and this is what's left. Next I'm going to go in with this dark brown color here called Bogus. I want to put that on my outer crease and along my lower lash line, just on the outer V, again just to darken it up a bit more. And I'm going to take my fluffy brush and again just blend that out. So not a whole lot of pigment on that either. Okay, next I'm going to take this Urban Decay liner in the color Gash, which, fun fact, was a color that I wore in the 90s actually. Back then they didn't have the liner. It was just the lipstick, the eyeshadow, and a nail polish, and I had all three colors. So I'm just going to smudge this. It's this beautiful like brick red, blood red color, and I'm just going to smudge this along my lash line pretty messily. I'm just going to be really messy with it. I'm not going for a cat eye or anything like that. I'm going to take my pencil brush and just go along and just smudge that line out even more. Sometimes when I was doing this back in high school, I would actually take a brick red color like this, or black or brown, and smudge it along my eyelashes, and then just take my finger and like rub it around everywhere, and that kind of gave that like really blown out slept in look also. That was my tip for back in the day, before they had all these like really fun tools. So I think that that's going to do it for the eyeshadow today, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and pop on mascara. I'm using Kat Von D's Go Big or Go Home mascara, and I'm just going to smudge this down into my lash line. Again, super messy look today. I don't think I'm going to put any on the bottom, because I want to keep the bottom like really red, but I'm really wiggling this all the way down into the roots. I really want this really messy. Okay, so I changed my mind and I put some mascara on my lower lash line, and then like 3 coats of mascara on my uppers, just to make them really clumpy and like dirty and just kind of grungy. I think that does it for the eyes. Now I know that highlighter was not really a thing in the 90s, but I'm gonna put it on anyways because I love it. And I am going to use Fenty's Hu la Baby. And I'm just gonna pop some of that on really quick. Okay, so now we have all of these lipsticks. I have 7 of them here, so I wanted to swatch those for you guys really quick, if I can be quick about it. So I think I'm just gonna go lightest to darkest, and the lightest color looks like a nude. It's called Sugary Sweet. I do like this color. I think it's a really nice nude. It doesn't look too much like concealer on me. It has the right tones in it to where I do think that it's a flattering nude, so I could definitely see myself wearing this. The next one that I have is called Whatever, and obviously that is a quote from Clueless. And this is just gonna be like a light grayish nude color. I love this color. This is typically like my favorite go-to shade, kind of that dead grayish look. So I love this. I think it complements my eyes really good today. So this combo is good. This is definitely a winning color that I'll be wearing a lot. Okay, the next one that I have is called Tea Leaves, and this looks just like a nice medium mauve color. So this is Tea Leaves. I really love this color too. It's a really cool shade. It is like a dusty grayish mauve color. It's just so cool. It's a little bit different than the other grayish that I have too. I really like this one a lot. The next one that I have is called Pretty Fly. I'm assuming that this is named after the Offspring song, Pretty Fly for a white guy. Anyways, this is going to be like a caramel color, like a toasted caramel color. Wow, I really love this color as well. Yeah, super flattering. I think would go with many different looks. I am totally loving this color. Next up I have this color called In the 212, and this is just like a chocolate brown color. I really like this one as well. I did have to double up the coating on it because it was a little bit patchy the first go through. It is a fairly dark color, so I think that that is common on like really dark colors. They can tend to be like a little bit streaky, but a second coat just fixed that right up. I really love this color as well. I think this also looks really cute with this look. Next up we have this army green color called Matcha Gracias, and I thought that this was a really interesting color. Yeah, it's like an army green, so let's see how it goes on. This is a really cool color, but I don't know if you guys can tell on camera or not. It is quite patchy and sheer. So this took 3 coats to get it opaque. And I think when you tend to layer liquid lipstick up this much, it has a tendency to like start flaking and cracking. So I wouldn't know that for sure unless I wore this for a long amount of time to really test it out and see how it goes. That's just what I'm guessing would happen. But yeah, even when I press my lips together, yeah, You guys see that? The product, it disappeared off of the top of my lip. So, really cool color, but I think I might skip this one. Okay, the last color that I have, and thank God it's the last one because my lips feel like they're gonna fall off, is the color As If. And of course, that's another Clueless reference, which makes me so happy because I was obsessed with that movie in high school. So this looks like a dusty berry color. Hopefully it comes out like a nice berry maroon is what I'm hoping for. So let's find out. Okay, this is exactly the color that I was hoping for. I was hoping it would be like a really deep, dark berry color, and that is exactly what this color is. So I love this color as well. I think that does it for today's look. Let's talk a minute about this palette. This is such a cute idea. I'm actually shocked that nobody did this sooner, like doing a 90s themed makeup palette, unless somebody did it and I'm just not aware of it and I haven't seen it. I know that like Lime Crime likes to do a lot of like grungy sort of palettes, but I think this is the first one that's actually like dedicated to grunge. I love the packaging of this palette, of course. These colors, as I mentioned earlier, are super cool. I really want to give this palette another shot though, using my normal eye primer, because I think that these had a little bit of trouble sticking and blending out. I feel like the pigment in them was just not strong enough. Everything seemed to go on pretty sheer. So I really do want to give this another chance though, because I just think it's such a cool palette. The lipsticks I really loved. I wasn't expecting to love all the colors as much as I do. They're all super grungy, with the exception of that green shade, which really didn't go on that well, and then didn't stay on that well. But all of the other lipstick colors are colors that I would have actually worn in the 90s. Actually, I think most of them are colors that I had in the 90s. All of those like dusty brown colors and the maroons, these berry colors, super similar to the colors that were really popular at that time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really wanted to give Karity a try. They seem like a really cool brand right off. I love that they donate to animal charities. That is so cool. As you guys know, I'm a cruelty-free channel, and so that really speaks to me. That's really awesome. So for that alone, I do not regret purchasing this palette. I think it was worth it just for that donation alone. I think that that's gonna do it for me today, guys. As always, please let me know if you have any questions. Just go ahead and pop those down below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I have a lot of fun palettes coming up and I don't want you guys to miss out on any of those videos. You can also follow me over at Instagram if you'd like. I have lots of makeup stuff over there, as well as my like everyday touring life. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and check that out. And I think that that's about it. I hope that everyone has a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!